Remember those freaking bacon lardons from earlier? Look at that. I could like cut this with my finger. See that? The first step of this whole process starts the day before. Go to bed, soak your garbanzos in cold water, and just let them sit overnight. So what we have here are some of the elements that are gonna help flavor our garbanzo beans. First over here on the left, we have our Campano Asturiano, which is gonna be a mixture of chorizo, tocino, and morcilla, which is blood sausage. Right in the middle, I have some beautiful pancetta Iberica. This isn't a smoked product. It's kind of like an unsmoked, just salted bacon product. And then we're also gonna add a little bit more chorizo. And beyond those pork products that I just mentioned, the only other ingredients to this are gonna be pimenton, some cebolla, some onions, bay leaves, celery, some carrots, a leek, and I have 3 cloves of garlic. So I'm gonna chop these vegetables up and then we'll go ahead and get our garbanzos started. Oh man, those onions really got me. Oof. We end up with a big pile of veggies. We're gonna chop up this link of chorizo right here, saute it up a little bit, let it render out some of its fat, add our vegetables, add our garbanzo. I'm gonna cut up some of that pancetta too. Nice. Look at this thing. It's beautiful, right? Iberica pancetta. This whole thing was like €3. I'm gonna cut a couple slices. That looks like a lot of pancetta, right? You know, maybe it is, but look at this stuff, it's friggin' beautiful. I'm cutting the bacon into what I realize are the biggest lardons that I've ever had the pleasure of cutting. Look at these things, they're giant. This is gonna be so much fun. Anyways, look at these bacon lardons. Let's go ahead and make some freaking garbanzos. Start olive oil, probably putting in about 2 tablespoons. Into that, I'm gonna throw in my chopped chorizo and this pancetta, my giant lardons. And give this a little stir. I can already see my chorizo is coloring my olive oil that's in there, infusing it with flavor. The lardons have taken on like a kind of pinkish hue from the chorizo. Super beautiful. I'm gonna cook this for another 1 minute, then I'm gonna add in my veg. Okay, this looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and add all these vegetables. I have carrots, onions, celery, leeks, and garlic in here. Give this a stir. Oh my God, it smells friggin' great. This is gonna cook down. I might actually add a little bit of tomato puree. Yeah, I'll add some pimenton as well. I'll do that now. I do a lot of pimenton. It's probably like two tablespoons. And this is really gonna give color, like a deep red color to the final garbanzos. And that completely changed the smell, made it a lot more smoky, earthy smelling. Some of these tomate frito products out here in Spain, I absolutely am in love with. This is tomate frite con cebolla, and I'm gonna add maybe 3 tablespoons. You can see the fat is like really nicely coating all these different vegetables that I have in here. You know, my huge lardons are doing great in there. They're just kind of soft now, and I'm excited to see how those turn out. And at this stage right here, I can add my garbanzos in, stir those up. It's a nice mix. Right? This is gonna get covered with water and then cooked for an hour and a half. Agua. Turn up the heat, bring it to a simmer. Oh man, this is coming along freaking great. As this comes to a simmer, it's eventually gonna have a little bit of scum to just skim off and get rid of. You can get rid of that, but do leave the fat. I know a lot of folks outside of Spain are inclined to take out all the fat, and that's not how we're doing it here. And now that this is at a simmer, we can just turn down the heat to a slightly lower setting. Let's give this little guy a quick little skim. Doesn't need to be perfect. Oh my God. I wish everybody could smell what I'm smelling right now. Like I could I don't know if you could like pipe this through the vents. Look at these garbanzos, they're doing great. They've been cooking for about half an hour now. I'm gonna add my campano, which is my chorizo, morcilla, and tocino, and I'm gonna kind of let that cook for another hour. All I'm doing for this is cutting it into kind of large sections. And traditionally, you know, if you were served a plate of this, or a bowl of this, excuse me, you know, you kind of get a generous piece of blood sausage, which on the inside looks like this. There are a ton of different types of morcilla. Some are, you know, kind of more cured like this and a little bit harder. There are others like morcilla de Burgos, which, you know, will have a little bit more rice in them and are typically a little bit softer. Or like morcilla de Leon, which is another part of Spain that is also going to be kind of a, you know, like a softer product. There's a tiny little gland here. People usually just keep it in. I'm gonna leave it out. We're just gonna go and add this in here. Good. Okay, and then yeah, we're gonna keep cooking this for about an hour or until the garbanzos are really soft and tender all the way through, however long that takes. My garbanzos are coming along great. I'm also cooking some new potatoes over here. It might be nice to serve these garbanzos with some potatoes. I'm just gonna crisp these up. I scored them with a crosshatch pattern. We'll see how it looks in the end. For a little potato accompaniment, we can just pull those right out and drain them on these paper towels. Let's see how they look. You know, not perfect, but kind of awesome, right? Like if someone gave me potatoes like this, and I wasn't expecting it, I would say to them, these are friggin' beautiful. Anyways, if you want to see a video on how I make potatoes like this, I'm gonna put that up as well. Bogotin de sal. I think we're ready for plate up time. Let's make sure we get tocino in there. Let's make sure we get morcilla, the blood sausage in there. Let's make sure we get garbanzos, vegetables, chorizo. This comes out looking really nice. It needs like a little something green. Cool. And with this, you know, we could serve it with potatoes. Cook some beautiful potatoes over here. They're kind of, and that's kind of it, you know. You know what else might be nice in there is like a little something green might be nice. Adding a little something green here. You know, I've got a little bit of, these are little mint leaves, whatever. I don't know. It's kind of what we're working with. It is time to finally try this dish. I didn't really think this through. It's still pretty hot. I'm just gonna start with one of these potatoes because they look so freaking good. And onto that potato. I don't know if you can see these. Can you see that? Anyways, it came out nice. I want a little bit of this tocino on that piece of potato. Oh. That's heaven. Honestly, that's heaven. Oh. Holy shit. All right. It's so good. The blood sausage. Incredible. Chorizo, incredible. Vegetables, great. These potatoes are a really nice addition. Oh my god, this came out so good. Remember those freaking bacon lardons from earlier? Look at that. I could like cut this with my finger. See that? I'm taking these videos by myself, so I have no idea like if you can actually fucking see me. Anyways, this is so good. You need to try it. I'm dead serious. You need to try it. It's incredible.